Hi, this is Cindy Beach from Stamps, Paper, and Ink. Thanks for joining me today. I'm looking forward to showing you this card made with the geometrical stamp set and the Kaleidoscope Designer Series paper. And I also feature a negative space that was cut with my e-cutter using a My Digital Studio file. Let's get started. To begin with, you're going to need to assemble your papers. You will need a pattern paper of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which you will use to cover your card base front. The card base measures 4 1/4 also by 11. And then you're going to need the following sizes and patterns. This technique is called Butterfingers today. This technique is called color blocking. So for your color blocking, you will need, for the top piece and the bottom piece, these both measure 1 1/2 inches deep by 4 inches long. And then for the center pieces, you're going to need Bermuda made cardstock. It measures 2 inches by 1 1/2 inches across. And this piece of strawberry slush cardstock measures 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 1/2 inches across. And lastly, you're going to need a small piece of this pattern also. I've set mine somewhere. But the measurements for that are going to be 1 1/2 by 2 1/2 inches. And that's the paper that's going to go back here behind your sentiment. So with that said, I'm going to quickly assemble the card, and then we'll get to the part about the e-cutter. Okay, so I'm going to push the cut file button here. Sorry for the motion. I'm trying to turn my body. And I have loaded in my paper, and so it's going to begin cutting. A little bit of noise here. It does make the funniest noises. But there it is. It's done. I'm going to push enter to unload it. And after I'm going to show you how it looks now coming out. And then after I carefully lift the you and me out of the white paper, I will end up with a negative space that looks like this, which I'm going to continue now to use on my card. Okay, so very quickly to show you how I completed this card, I did print and cut 2 of the you and me's, and so I had 2 pieces of white cardstock that both had the negative space cut out of the you and me. And what I did was I used my multi-purpose glue and I glued them together. I like the little bit of extra thickness that gives. I don't know if you can see that, but it just helps to make it a little more pronounced. Then I also turned it over and I put the piece on the back to cover it. Again, that piece measures 1 1/2 by just about 3 inches. You may have to trim it so that it will cover the letters but not show on the outside. And then lastly, I used my piercing tool. I did die cut it with the Apothecary Accents framelit. And I used my piercing tool and my template that matches those framelits and did go ahead and pierce. And what I did was pierce from the back to the front. I really like the raised texture that gives. It just makes it a little more pronounced, I think. Okay, and also I have punched with my small heart punch 2 of the hearts from the glimmer paper. And now I'm just going to put it together with some dimensionals quickly. They should have been already on there. I'm sorry. This has gotten a little lengthier than I was anticipating. And I also used my two-way glue pen, and I traced around the inside of the ampersand. And then I added Diamonds glitter there. So it's just a matter of placing this on the cardstock and then assembling my two hearts. I did put them on with glue dots and just layered them right here on this part of the card. So there you have it. Start to finish using the e-cutter, saving the file. I hope you found this helpful and I've sparked your creativity. So go out and make something beautiful. See you next time.